Good morning. Time to drive to work. Top down, as you can see. No roof. It's 5:30 in the morning. It's 12 degrees, 11, 12 degrees Celsius. Yeah, so double jacket, because it's going to be a beautiful day today, and I don't want to put the top up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's already stuffed. So I figured double jumper, and that. Tuck that in. That'll keep me warm, you reckon? I reckon that'll work. Alright, hopefully you can hear me. Let's see. Just noticed when I don't know if this will happen here. Put that in normal mode. You'll see it. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe, maybe not. Beard. It's flying up. Beard's flying up my face. Only the short parts. Jag, sucked up. It'll be like that. We can't do that. Yeah. The beard, the damn beard. Beard, going up. Don't have a long beard when you're driving a convertible. It gets sucked up into your face. Now, if I just turn down here. This is my street, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Oh, you can see me now. Look at that dog. Whoa, whoa! Oh, yeah. So, drive along. What am I doing? 60k. Okay. Beard. Great. I got a beard in my face. Well, you get that. Right, welcome. Dodgy Bruce here. Might have seen the beard. Yeah, what a thing. And I think the first video was me on my way to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. It was actually 9 degrees, not 12. But it was fine. I mean, if you got a convertible, use it. I mean, it was cold, but there was absolutely not a cloud in the sky. Coming home, it was beautiful, much like today. Absolutely beautiful today, and that's why you drive around the convertible. I mean, if I wanted to, drive with the roof on, I'd drive my XL. But in the mornings, it's so fresh and clear, and I don't have a radio, so it's like I can hear everything around me. Anyway, today we're going to attack the paint. Now, you might have seen the clear coat on the top half of the car is pretty much buggered. So I've got some, where did I put it? There we go. What a little block. I've got some, what is that? 600 wet and dry. So I decided to wet sand it. I only did like half the bonnet, and it took me all day. Well, it did take me all day, but it was way too much. So, I mean, it is smooth. But some of this rough stuff is so rough. I mean, where is it? You can see it's that. Where is it? Just there. It's still rough. And then here's still rough. You can actually hear that. That is still rough. So it still needs a lot of sanding. And the old 600, she's not quite 600 anymore. It's probably about 800 now. But it's going to take a while to sand it up. I just want to get rid of all that whiteness and just feather in like I've done here. Just feather in so that you cannot feel a ridge. There's no ridges. It's smooth. So the clear is now feathered into the original paint. Hopefully I don't go through the original paint because I don't want to actually paint it again. I just want the car to not look like this. I will, at the end of the year or such, probably wrap the car, get the car wrapped, because it's half a car. It's like from there down. It's not a full car. This door isn't too bad actually, just one bit. And this guard's not too bad. Could just do with a polish, which I'll do with my 1200 wet and dry. But things like the boot, I mean, it's completely missing its clear coat. So I went to the paint place, our local paint place, which does all sorts of paints. And I got a heap of stuff. Oh yeah, I've got some blues. I got some, oh, what is that? Acrylic clear, because I only need a litre, because it's a 50-50, but the more, so like 70-30 or 40, no, it was 60-40, you probably get a better. And then I got 4 litres of thinner, because you can never go too much without thinners. So I'm going to actually take one of those, because I'll probably need it. Now, one of the things I did have a problem with, as I told you, the old security lock nuts. Well, I went to tyre place yesterday and they were going, oh, no. And anyway, we're looking in the boot, and I was just looking in the boot and, oh yeah, what's in there, oh, what's in these? And of course, where is it? These, you can see, they're globes. So I thought they're all globes. So we looked at this one. Oh look, there's the security thing and the 4 bolts that came out. Oh, duh. Gee, that was smart of me. So I can now take the security wheel nuts off and replace them with the factory ones, because here they are here. They're in the car the whole damn time and I didn't bloody see them because I was too busy looking at everything else. So we'll replace that as well. But I got my jerry can because my fuel gauge is just all over the place. I don't know what the go is there, but yeah, just in case I'm going to put fuel, but I think I've just run out. So I've got, oh, where is it? Take my booze out, sorry. I've got some proper masking tape so it doesn't stick. Don't use the white stuff, because if you get it wet, unless you rip it off straight away, when it gets wet or moisture or sun, you never get the shit off. It literally goes like that. It peels and leaves bits and pieces. Just don't use the white stuff. It's not right. Where is it? Here we go. So it's sticky back, wet and dry whizzers. So 600, we've got about 4 or 5 of those, because I'm going to do the whizzer, the air whizzer, to get all these down to where it's fine enough that I can then go by hand and use the 1200 whizzer. So even that's rough. The whole thing it's oxidized, it's got crap in it. So we will be attacking that today. That's not so bad, but I'll probably have to cover it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do up the sides here. Oh, that's rough. That's aluminium stripping, I think, on that, around the tops. So, not sure if I'll do that. I probably could if I tape it properly. But hey, I'm not a painter. I'm not even a mechanic. Not sure if I'm human, but that is just so rough. So, we're going to attack that. And we'll see how we go. Right, day 2. Didn't get much done yesterday because I ended up helping Jono fit the front end that you might have seen on the after hours video out of the other car into his tractor, Fergie 3.0, whatever. So I didn't get much done. What I did do is I did manage to do the bonnet. It's still a little bit of a ridge, but most of it is actually quite smooth. I mean, it looks like there's a ridge, but it's not. It's actually smooth. So I've actually smoothed the bonnet down. There is the odd chip in it, so can't do nothing about that. Well, I could bog it, I guess. Oh, it's got dirt and crap all over it. But it is actually feathered down. Probably could do a bit more there. But that was only with the, was it 600? So I still need to go over the rest of the car. Oh, that's right, that door wasn't too bad. So that bonnet is done. So that's not too bad. So at least I managed, so that's the biggest part of the car is actually the bonnet. So that's actually sanded down, so that's good. And then I can get started on the door. But even though I've got the hand sander, I was using some wet and dry 600 wet and dry on a whizzer. Fortunately, my whizzer apparently is so worn out the pads don't stick anymore, so it's a bit of a bummer. So I just had to rip down to the shop and buy a new one, which I didn't really want to do, but hey, less than 20 bucks. I think it was $13, $16 or something. Kind of works here, but this one is pretty pretty chewed out from all the other cars I've had to sand and paint. So I've got some breakfast while I was there. So I'll replace that, put the new one on, and then I can put that on, and I can start doing the rest of the car. Now of course Jono grabs it yesterday and goes, oh, this is from when I did the promo, the thumbnail, and Jono grabs it and goes, oh, how does this do, how hard is it? And went straight through to the paint, or the undercoat. On you, Jono. But yeah, and it's not even on the bloody thingo, it's straight on the paint, not on the clear coat. So yeah, good one, Jono. I'm not really going to worry about it actually. I mean, I could have bought a can of gloss acrylic spray paint and actually touched up some of these areas, but as I said, most of this is going to get covered. I'm probably going to sand it right back if it's not that good, but if as long as it's smooth, I'm just going to wrap it at the end of the year. Probably give it a wrap, learn how to pull all these panels apart, and I won't do it of course, but I'll get someone to wrap it. And of course now my window is completely fallen out. Fortunately these ones, apparently that some of them have a zipper, where there's a zipper hidden in there, and you can unzip this window from here, and it has still an attachment that you can, I don't think this one has anything, no. And you can unzip it, stitch in a new window, then zip it back in. This one, being the early 97s, doesn't have that. It's literally zipped straight into the canvas, and then it just, because it's sitting in the sun for so long, one, now it is cracked, so that's not good, and broken, and two, it's just completely, so no driving in the rain for me. So unfortunately this week, or tonight, we're supposed to have thunderstorms, so I'm going to have to take the old XL. I don't know where the thunderstorms are coming from. There's not a bloody cloud in the sky, but we're in Perth, so the Indian Ocean can throw some curveballs at us if it gets windy enough. So I've got to try and do this today as much as I can. Maybe get a coat. I've got some masking stuff here. Problem with these masks is the paper thingo. If you store it for a while or whatever, that paper just goes off, and you can't. It's a right pain to get that off. It doesn't. It rips, it tears, and then it rips the. But that stuff, masking stuff, is actually pretty good if that doesn't go off. What you really need, where is it? Where's my box of bits? Where the hell's my box? Oh, it's up here. What you really need is this tape. It doesn't go off, and it's tacky, but it's not sticky. It doesn't stick there forever. You can pull that off, so that's what you kind of need. But anyway, let me break it, and then we'll get stuck back into it. It's a little hard to get to, but all that's just manky. Best thing. Boot's pretty thin on paint. I've already gone through to the undercoat, but these bits are really bad. So it's really needs to be stripped back still. I have to go over it by hand. The hand sander. But You'll see. Or maybe you won't see. So I've gone through the paint on the lip because it is quite, you can't really see. Yeah. So I'm not too fussed as long as it's smooth, but this area here is giving me the irrits because it's speckled. Like it's all, this whole top coat's just going, and that's not going to take long to go, but I'm trying to get the bubbles out because if I put clear over it, these bubbles are going to show through. And all, look at them. So I've got to try and get rid of all that. I mean, I haven't done too bad over at this guard. Oh, there's a little bit there that's still a bit rough. You see, yeah. But the rest of it is actually quite smooth. As I say, I've still got to go over it with the 1200 hand with a block. So that is smooth. That's still feathered. It just doesn't look like it, but it is. I mean, it should all look like that, but you can see it's feathered. Although that might, yeah, might still need to go over. But as I say, the hard sander there, that's the Whizzer. That's what's going to take the majority of the flaky stuff and everything off, and then I'll go over it with the block. So. Not much on this side actually. I mean, I'll probably give it a rub down anyway, but there's really not much on this side at all. And then I can get back into hand sanding with these little bits, especially on the edges here. I mean, that's quite rough, but because it's a slight curve there, I'll probably end up going, and especially along the edge, I'll probably end up hitting undercoat. And that, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do there because that's slightly lower. But, I don't know, maybe hand. But, we'll keep at it. That actually didn't come up too bad. This whole section here was all okay. Although, I could still rub that down. I'm still only using 600, I still haven't got to the, oops, the 1200 yet, so that just a little ridge, still a bit of a ridge, but I couldn't see. It's hard trying to sand a black car when it's covered in water. It don't work too well. And then I just got that one down, and just that bit on the door, which I think still needs just on that top edge there. A little bit there. That's pretty close. I mean, that, yeah, that's definitely needs to get more. You can tell easily. As I said, I'm not a body guy, and half the time I ended up doing it by hand. It's just hard to try and tell like that edges. If I go too far, that's just going to wear straight through like that. That's gone through the undercoat, so that's going to be difficult. But it's just trying to see everything with a black car. It's crazy impossible to try and see. But I've got pretty much all the rest of it pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. So I might have to do more in the center just to get rid of the white. But it is a pain to get to because this friggin' bonnet is so long. But there is just, or is it that bit there? Maybe, but the rest of it is actually quite feathered. I still haven't done the bumpers yet. This is taking me all weekend. Well, most of today. That's pretty good. Around the, oh, I even almost forgot it, but I managed to remember. Yeah, like that bit there, that's got to go. I mean, obviously that is clear coat, so when it covers in clear coat, it might go clear. I don't know. I doubt it. But it's speckled, so got to keep going with that. But the rest of it, actually fairly good. And so now it's not all the paint. Oh, there is a bit there. You can see it's still, I haven't sanded that, but that is sanded. See, it's actually quite flat now. I was thinking of actually going over the whole car with a flat clear coat, just for something different instead of gloss, but too late, I've already bought it. There's a couple of little ridges, but yeah, like that I'll have to go over again. As I say, I'm still trying to get through, but it's that's quite good. I thought I'd go right down to the, what's the name on that, the undercoat, but still, yeah, it's kind of smooth, although there is that lip, but that lip I reckon will go once you spray it. But it's, you can't see underneath all this crap, and I've already washed it, kind of washed it, so I think that'll do for this part. It's already getting late on a Sunday afternoon, and skies are starting to cloud over. It was windy all day, now it's freaking died. So yeah, it's the perfect environment for sanding a car, isn't it? Great. But I'm pretty happy with the way that's come up so far. As I said, I've still got to go over it a bit more. I've been sitting here for the last, oh, I know, 45 minutes just going over little bits and pieces, like that section there, just trying to feather that out, which I've done, and just then around here, because it stands out. As I said, it's hard to tell once it's, well, I mean, there you go. Where is it? Exactly. Can't tell. I can barely tell with this lens, but I can't see with the, barely say with the naked eye. So yeah, I'm trying to wet sand. The bloody thing's as shiny as buggery. I can't even see where the top coat finishes and the paint actually is, so I don't wear through it, like I almost did there for that little nugget. So what are you doing, cat? Huh? Must be about that time. Yeah, so alright, well that'll have to do it. So probably next week, it's supposed to rain most of this week, thunderstorms and whatnot, so we'll see how we go next weekend. I'll probably try and keep going during the week, just to touch up a lot of things and maybe do the bumpers. It's mainly the front bumper, because that's just, yeah. Oh, I did do a little bit, but just because it annoyed me. Yeah, so, oh, and I might be getting new tyres this week, so we'll see. Not that I wanted to spend the money, because I've got none, but hey. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do about these. I might just take them off and just paint them gloss. It's rattle can. But all the rest of it's actually pretty good. So at least now, it looks like it's a work in progress, not just I'm driving a bunky car with shit paint. It looks like I'm actually doing something with it now. So I might go for a quick drive down to the shops and give it a wash, because at the moment I can't tell. I mean, look, that's pretty, not that I'll be able to drive it this week, but if I go now, at least that'll be clean and I'll be able to see. Although it's probably wasting money considering I'm going to keep on doing it. I'm going to get some more roundels, some badges, because these ones are gone. Where is it? Yeah, as I said, the front one fell off, and that's pretty manky. So just 2 pins. There was some elastic on there, but that turned to look like bird poop. It's got a nice big crack through the center of it too. You can get carbon fiber looking ones. I reckon that'll look good against black. Just get some different sizes for the roundels on the side grille and the front grille and whatnot. But I think that will do it for today, or for this weekend. So I'll try and keep going through this week, and oh geez, I'm sweating from sitting here. I sweat so easy. So I'll just keep on attacking it this week, and just go over it and just try and clean up any little bits and pieces, and then go with the 1200 and just get it right down nice and smooth, probably all the paint, not just the clear coat but all of it, because you need to key it in to get the paint to stick, so you got to key it in. So even 1200, the guy said don't go too ballistic like using 2000, because then it's almost like glass, and then the clear coat has a hard time trying to adhere to it because there's no more keying. It needs good key. 2000 is a bit too much, so 1200, and yeah, there may be 1500 if there is such a thing, 1600 maybe, but he said then you're getting rid of all the key for the paint, so clear coat. So we'll just go over, tidy it up a bit more, and just get it to where it should be, ready. So hopefully next weekend, if it's not raining, which I'm not sure if it is. I don't think it is. Hopefully next weekend, I might get an old sheet or something and pop the bonnet and lay it over the front so I don't have to mask everything up, because this is going to be a pain masking. Just throw a sheet underneath there and move it around and over the top and wherever else I can mask it up easy. And then we'll shoot it with clear coat next weekend, and hopefully that's it, and then it's going to let it sit for cure. So hopefully it's not rainy, it's not windy, because obviously going to be some dust in here. I might actually see if I can get Paul to move his car so I can get this in the shed, although I don't have the compressor to, it's just a pain. So my big compressor's upstairs, and at the moment I'm using Paul's little compressor, which isn't very good trying to run a air tools, not the best. So anyway, enough of me gibbering. Alright, that'll do it. Thank you all. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. I have got a Facebook page, Dodgy's Garage, for any incidentals I post up, or if you're not subscribed, which you should be, because this is awesome shit. If you're not subscribed, or you want to ask any questions, go to the Facebook page, Dodgy's Garage, and I'll put up little photos, like when I took the nuts off. I just post photos up there of anything incidental, or if I'm wanting questions or whatever. So the Facebook page, Dodgy's Garage, and yeah, then you can and then you can ask questions and whatnot. So go on the Facebook page, and thanks to the subscribers now that I've hit over 100. So let's make it to 200,000. See how we go. But cheers to all the people and the ones that comment and everything. John, I know you try and comment every time. Cheers for that. That's really good. So I'm just going to do a few more things to the body, and then we can start on the interior, like a stereo with Bluetooth, so I can talk to the boss and listen to tunes on the way to work, which I don't know how much longer. Anyway, I'm gibbering. All right, say goodbye, Kat. Say she hates the videos. All right, hooroo.